The Silver Orchard. The secret to infinite abundance. Once upon a time there was a young woman named Sylvia who found herself wandering into a mystical orchard hidden deep in the forest. At first, the orchard seemed like a dream come true, with row after row of trees bearing all sorts of beautiful fruit. However, as Sylvia looked closer, something strange caught her eye. Only a few of the trees were laden with golden ripe fruit. Most of the others had nothing but bare branches or meager, withered crops. It was as though the orchard itself was caught in a mystery, one that could only be solved by looking closer. Sylvia was puzzled. How could this happen in such a magical place? The soil was rich, the sun shone bright, and the rain fell gently on the land, yet only a handful of trees seemed to bear any fruit. As she walked through the orchard, Sylvia felt an unusual pull toward one particular tree. A tree glowing with silver leaves and a radiant golden fruit hanging from a single branch. She knew that this was no ordinary tree. There was something special about it. But there was also a lesson to be learned from the other trees that didn't bear fruit. These trees weren't bad. They were just not the ones to focus on at that moment. They weren't ready to give their gifts. Sylvia realized that her time and energy could only be used wisely if she chose where to focus, just as she would choose which trees to water in the orchard. Some trees she would have to leave behind, letting them grow on their own, while she carefully tended to the ones that showed promise. As Sylvia moved closer to the silver tree, she felt a lightness in her heart. She reached up and plucked the golden fruit, knowing it would bring her abundance. And just like that, the world seemed to shimmer with possibility. She smiled as the orchard transformed before her eyes. What once appeared as a tangled mess of trees now revealed itself as a space of endless potential. By focusing her energy, she was able to find the golden fruit that would make all the difference. This was the secret Sylvia learned in that enchanted orchard. Abundance doesn't come from scattering your attention to everything at once. It comes from the wisdom of knowing where to focus, where to nurture what is truly worth your time and effort. It's about knowing which trees to water and which to leave behind. When you do that, the orchard becomes a place of endless growth and possibility. And so, Sylvia's journey continued, now with a silver gown shimmering around her, a symbol of her newfound wisdom. The silver and gold were no longer just colors to her, they were the keys to the life she was now living, one where her energy flowed effortlessly toward what mattered most, creating abundance and magic in her life. As you move forward in your own life, remember this. Not every path is meant for you to walk. Focus on the ones that bring you true growth. The secret to abundance is to choose wisely and trust that by tending to what matters, everything else will fall into place.